I got my CCW in Sonoma County, and today I'm going to teach you how you can do the same. So I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I've lived in Sonoma County for many years now, and up until recently, I thought that it was always going to be impossible to get a CCW in Sonoma County. And that's because previously the county sheriff that we had before was not pro-gun when it comes to CCW permits. And that was unfortunate, and I just didn't want to go through the hassle. I didn't want to spend the money because I knew I wasn't going to get it. But with our new sheriff, Mark Essick, right on, we kind of had these feelings that he was going to be more open to issuing CCWs. During his campaign, he mentioned that he was going to not make it a shall issue county and still require that you articulate good cause, but that his restrictions would be a lot more lenient and more understanding towards people that live lifestyles where they may want or need a CCW. So it's gotten a lot easier. I'll talk a little bit more about good cause in a later part of this video, but for now I'm going to go kind of just chronologically how you need to apply for it and what the system and what the process looks like. I'm going to leave timestamps in the description and maybe even a pinned comment down below so that you can kind of jump around to what parts are relevant to you. But let's just start right off the bat. Moving myself up here, no, I guess I'm already in the corner. Moving myself up here, I'm going to kind of jump to the Sonoma County Sheriff's webpage. Now this is where you're going to have to start your journey. You're going to go Google, Bing, whatever your preferred search provider is. I guess Bing is set up on my computer. I'm going to type in Sonoma County CCW. Obviously that's the last thing that I looked up. Boom, sonomasheriff.org/CCW brings you right here. Now, qualified applicants. If you aren't able to own a gun, you can't have a CCW, obviously. You have to be 21 years of age or older, be of good moral character, have good cause, pay the fees. Pretty simple stuff. But the part that I'm going to jump to here is if we click right here to apply for a concealed carry weapon license, click here. It's kind of nice. Now it's all online through the Permission website. And this is where you apply initially, this is where you renew, this is where you pay all your fees, upload your documents. So it's very easy to kind of have everything in one place. If you're not very computer savvy, it's not too difficult. If you've ever applied for a job online, you can do this. This is pretty easy. This is an expensive process. This, just to get it started, I think was about $170, actually right here. $62 application fee and $115 for the live scan fee, just to get it going. Now, if you pay this and then later on you get denied, or if you don't make it past any other steps, this isn't refundable. Automatically, you're paying about 180 bucks. Boom, gone. I'm not a huge fan of that. I don't like the idea of having to pay for something before you get approved for it, because this is a right, but it's just how it is. You got to play by their rules. If at a later date you end up successfully getting your CCW, you'll pay an additional $248 for a grand total of about 425 bucks. Yeah, it's expensive. And this is excluding the cost of the CCW fees for the courses, which I'll go over later. But so you're a new applicant, you're gonna need an ID, all your paperwork and whatnot. And we go here to new concealed carry weapon license. We click on that. You're gonna run through this process. This is gonna get you all the way through. You're gonna have to provide information about where you live, where you work, and that kind of thing. So once you've applied and paid for everything and gone through, it's going to take you to this. This is where you would track your order progress. You go through and this is where you upload documents. Then right here, this is your tracker. For a long time, this big one is going to show up as yellow. And that's basically saying that you're not done with the process, but you haven't been denied. It took me about 3 weeks from the time of my initial application, and they say it should take about 3 to 4 weeks. So after you apply initially, it's going to take a couple weeks for them to process your information, run your background check, read your good cause statement. And if it's all good, they're going to have you come down to the sheriff's office, set an appointment, and have you get live scanned. From there, it takes about a week or so for them to process it, run the final background check, make sure you're all good. If you've made it past that, you then are going to get a letter saying, congratulations, you've been approved temporarily, or you've been provisionally approved for your CCW. Go ahead and take one of the courses from one of our qualified trainers, which is listed on their first website. These are all the people, boom. Now, personally, I went through Ray Higby, who is on here. I went through Ray Higby in Ukiah, and I was initially kind of skeptical, but I heard good things about it. 100 bucks, $10 per additional firearm. The cheapest that I was able to find. It was in Ukiah, so it's close. Good for Mendocino, Lake, or Sonoma County. It was pretty good. 2 8-hour days. So woke up, got there at 8 a.m., was there till about 5. They give you about an hour lunch in between. Half the first day is in class. They talk about, the laws, rules, and mindset. Second half of the day, shooting. Same thing for the second day. So 16 hours total for training. Once you get the training, you're then basically you got to get your character references. You require 3 character references from people that know you, how they know you. They got to talk about your experience with firearms, your experience with, being a safe person. Basically just want these people to give you a good word to the sheriff so that if they see these letters, they get a general idea of who you are and that you should be able to have a gun in public. So basically the process goes like this. Pay $160 to $170. Fill out the paperwork like a job application. 3 to 4 weeks later, you get information as far as whether or not you're good cause and everything ran through good. If that's good, you'll get live scanned. If your live scan and background check works out totally clean, you're going to get an email saying that you can now take the training because you've been provisionally approved. Once you get provisionally approved and submit your 3 character references and your CCW course certification, they're going to run through everything else, make sure you're all good. If that is satisfactory to them, they're going to send you an email saying, hey, come on in, let's get your CCW signed. I went down today, signed thumbprint, got my CCW. They said I can laminate this. I'm not really sure how I'm going to laminate or fold it or whatnot because it's a pain in the ass to keep in your wallet. It's just a little bit too big. But it took me about 75 days and I was able to get my CCW, so not too bad. Now, the big thing is good cause. Good cause in Sonoma County is kind of like a weird area because it's not a shall issue county, but from everything that I've heard and everything that I've seen online, Sonoma County is basically a self-defense county if you can articulate some sort of special need. And now I'm going to show you some information. This is the Sonoma County. I'm going to leave a link to this. The Cal Guns Concealed Carry County Information Forum, specifically for Sonoma County. The reason that I initially applied was because I read on here that, right here, here's a quote. I spoke with the lieutenant in charge over the phone. He confirmed the good cause requirement will be significantly lower, but would not confirm that simple self-defense is sufficient. He seems to imply that some sort of articulating good cause will still be required. And that's kind of what I felt too. It seemed like if you could articulate some sort of reason, whether it be being in areas with low response time or with very high response time, routinely having to carry a large amount of goods or items. So let's say you're a caterer or you're a contractor and you have a lot of expensive equipment on you. Or if you're just going to be in areas that require you to be where response times for the police are not very good, that was good. It seems like that's generally the case with all these people. So it's not quite what you would consider a shall issue county. It's still a may issue county. But it seems like Essick and his department are handing it out to anyone that can articulate good cause in some form. I want to give a quick shout out to the Sheriff's Department and Alicia Cortez. She's been super helpful. She's the one that facilitates all the paperwork and everything. Very friendly. Every time I had a question, whether it be dumb or kind of a harder question, she always had quick response times, always answering, always being super friendly. Very available for any sort of questioning at all. And it was very nice to have someone that cared and was happy to be doing what they were doing. All in all, it took me about 75 days and I got my CCW and I'm happy with that. Do I wish it was a constitutional carry state? Yes, but it's not how it is, unfortunately. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope this is helpful. It's kind of rambly, but I'm going to leave timestamps below, like I said, so that you can jump around to the points that are interesting to you. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, maybe think about taking a new shooter out. I hope this video helps you. Maybe let's change things in California. Have a good day.